And thanks very much, Ken Workington, and welcome to the Meadowlands, everybody. And it is time for an ice-cold Orange Crush. Andy Miller joined us, drove at the Freehold today. You have a nice spot here on the TV set in between racing. How was your day today, Freehold, Andy?
I win one, so one out of the barn that we trained, so it was a good day.
Barn's been going well for you so far, though, this year, Andy. And where could we start? I mean, man of many missions. You know, if you follow the New York State circuit, Vernon Downs, Tioga Downs, you followed this guy throughout the Kindergarten Classic. But he burst on the scene and came out of nowhere for a lot of people here in the Breeders' Crown. But this was a breakthrough performance for him. How do you like him transforming into a nice 3-year-old for next year?
I think he'll be a great 3-year-old because he's just a little slow developing. He's got tons of speed and tons of ability, which he showed in the Breeders' Crown and again at Lexington. So, you know, I'm really looking forward to seeing him next year.
Coming down the stretch, they look like you had to hold them together for a little bit, about 16th out. How's his gait? Is he a little bumpy, or?
He's a little bumpy here and there, but you know, he's all heart and really wants to do it.
Absolutely. Another horse that you have that's all heart. The big horse, of course, Lucky Jim. It's hard to believe that he's taking a back seat on this TV show to Man of Many Missions, but Lucky Jim went out on a high note, as you said. Of course, this is him last year winning the Breeders' Crown Trot here at the Meadowlands in one of his biggest performances. How about him coming back next year at 6?
We're hoping for big things. We turned him out. He ended the season on a good note at Lexington. He won All Ridge down there, so you know, he's going to have a couple months off and then come back, and hopefully next year will be like last year was.
Absolutely. We all look forward to seeing him return to the races, I'm sure. And then you had to have a big throw this past autumn, heading into the autumn, rather, with I'm Gorgeous, the Little Brown Jug. What an effort he gave you in his heat and his final. And here he is. You're going to see him soon coming up in his heat elimination. Just a tremendous effort here, getting the job done over some nice 3-year-olds in Rock and Image and What More Life. What was this experience like for you?
It is a great experience. Any day, anytime you can go race in the jug and be competitive and win a elimination of it, you know, any other year, you know, Rock and Roll Heaven is just so tough, and you know, it was tough to get to him in the final, but I'm Gorgeous raced great.
He certainly didn't disgrace himself by any stretch of the imagination, and we all know what Rock and Roll Heaven has done since then, so obviously that one will be the 3-year-old pacing champion, but I'm Gorgeous certainly gave you a big throw and gave us a big throw in the Little Brown Jug. And then you talk about your upset in the Tattersalls. Naughty Till the End, she was pretty good too.
Yeah, the trip worked out great. She got away good, and then you know, they slipped out late in the lane, and she just come charging.
And this is a pretty nice filly in front of you that you got to charge past, right?
Yeah, it was, you know, she's one of the best, probably the best 3-year-old filly this year, so you know, it was nice to get a win.
Absolutely. Splitting horses decisively here, getting up past some very impressive fillies, of course, put on a show and others, but Naughty Till the End, certainly going to be one of your bigger upsets so far this year, and you really had a great year. I mean, you look at these wins that you had. You talk about the Breeders' Crown, Lucky Jim, Naughty Till the End, a lot of big stakes, and really spread out all across the country. You were a well-traveled winner this year.
Yeah, we traveled around a lot, and you know, it's a lot of fun. That's part of it, and when you get a few good horses to drive like that and get to travel around, and you know, that's what makes the business all worthwhile, and that's what we're in it for.
Your career resume every year is getting better and better, Andy. You're past $77 million now lifetime in career. That's a huge number. You're 21st on that all-time list. You've cracked the top 30 in terms of wins of 7,000. Do you ever think you'd see numbers like that in your career? And what does that mean to you, doing so well in your profession?
I don't follow the numbers that much. You know, I just every win counts as much as the last one. That's what I look forward to, is the next win and the next race. You know, so numbers, you know, they come and go, but it's a lot of fun being out there and racing, and you know, I get a lot of enjoyment out of that.
Well, hopefully the next big win will come for you tomorrow down at Dover in the Matron. You have Tight Pants, the 2-year-old filly Trotter. This is the 2-to-1 morning line favorite. 6 for 11 lifetime, second the elimination behind Sweet Love. You're getting back on board. I think you drove this filly earlier on in the year too.
I raced her for Nifty a couple times at Freehold, and she really, you know, I win with her every time I raced her. So she's a really nice filly, and Nifty's done a great job with her. So you know, I'm excited to race her tomorrow night.
And you've got another one in on Sunday night too.
Yeah, take my picture. He's, you know, he's not win as many, but he's always right there, and he's racked up a lot of money, and you know, he's a pretty nice horse.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully you have some pretty nice horses tonight. You'll be driving an 8 out of 9. You lost one in the second, and too bad because it was just a 6-horse field. You probably would have had a good trip, and he's a nice horse too. But we'll start it off with the early double here. You're going to drive Tampico, a horse that made a break last time out. SJ Superstar is the morning line favorite here, Andy, but Tampico is certainly capable in this field.
Yeah, they put the trot and hobbles on him now, so hopefully that'll help a little bit. And I think he's an okay horse, and he deserves a shot in here.
We'll see what happens in the opener. Again, you're out of the second race. Race 3, you're on a horse 10-1 on the morning line. Great Escape was coming in from Colonial. Sometimes that Colonial track can really stretch out the legs in their next start that they can go, and certainly show good speed last time too.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Hopefully he'll get a decent trip and see where he ends up.
In the fourth race, So You DeVee. I mean, this was a mare that was pretty impressive when she started her career here. She had some good miles. Now making her second start back, she's shipping in from Freehold for you.
She raced really good at Freehold last week, and come first up on a pretty nice winner. So I expect her to be pretty good.
I think a lot of people are going to expect her to be good, and I think she'll take some action here to start the pick 6. In race 5, Cam's Conqueror dropping in class here. Been a bit disappointing first 2 times out.
Yeah, this spring he got really good here and was one of the top 10 claimers here. And he over the summer he kind of tailed off, and hopefully he's starting to get back to form.
This is the big one you want to win, because this, of course, is wife Julie. So if you don't win with this one, you're going to go home. Maybe things won't be too good into the race.
She's tough sometimes.
Race 6 here, we're going to take a look at this trotting event. You're on the outside here on a horse that does have some gate speed and can overcome the post. Number 9, you're next.
Yeah, he's just starting to get back into form. He's had some time off in a qualifier. Now this is his 3rd start back, so hopefully he'll be good.
Starts the pick 4. We should use him in the pick 4. Don't leave him off the ticket.
I think he'll be there. We're close anyhow.
There you go. Race 7, fillies and mares on the pace. Non-winners of 6,500. The inside, I'm All Country shipping in from Pocono for you.
I really don't know much about her, but she's got the inside, and if she stays close, she's got a shot at getting the piece.
And she has a win at the Meadowlands before, so that's always good to see. You know that she can handle the big track. The 8th race kicks off the late double. You have some young fillies here. You're on a 3-year-old filly, daughter of Mantacular, making her second start back off of a pretty nice rest.
Yeah, Charlie Von Knobloch, he brings some horses in here, and usually they're pretty well placed, and hopefully she'll show up and be pretty good.
She showed some speed on the Ohio Fair circuit. We'll see if it could transform into the big mile track. And then your last drive of the night, this is a horse that a lot of people, I'm sure, think you have a big shot. The 5 Luck goes around for trainer Joey Rails. Was a pretty good 3rd last time out of Freehold.
Yeah, he's been racing real good at Freehold, and I think the big track will step him up a little bit. So, I hope he's good.
How about for the rest of the year for you, and looking forward to 2011? Any goals you want to accomplish within the next year, Andy?
Just to stay healthy, and keep doing what I like to do. And this is my passion. So hopefully the Meadowlands stays around, and we can keep putting together years like this year.
I'm sure that would certainly be appreciated by all the fans, as you have come off 5 straight $5 million seasons. I know you don't like the numbers, but that helps out the bank account a little bit.
Yeah, that helps pay the bills.
Absolutely. Andy Miller, everybody, always a pleasure to have you. Andy, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Darren.
Up next, Dave Brow is going to come in, and we're going to take a look at tonight's pick 4.